getting that loud while we're doing the talk?
You could turn it down. No.
Well, he sat down. Like that's what he wants to do.
Okay, my friends, we are live. And what we got playing in the background is a video from, I want to say that's 2000 and, it might be on the thing. It's 2000 and something. Might be 2000, 2008. 2008, maybe 2009, around that time frame. But it was definitely after we got back from Europe. And we allowed enough time for everyone to log in. Yeah, we had just ran. Yeah, we ran the output into there, so it's a little tricky finding the volume because it's a 3-channel. Well, so first of all, I want to give my shout out. I'm having a cup of tea to our good friend Joe Winch from Joe Winch Project. We hope Joe, you get a speedy recovery, brother. And,
hey guys, welcome to our weekly podcast. Yeah. Thank you. We've got another video playing in the background.
Yeah. So yeah, we hope Joe gets better, man. Joe's a great guy, he's a great friend, great guitar player.
Oh man, Dan.
Oh man, Dan, what's happening, man? Cheers. We have a cup of tea also.
Cup of Joe for Joe.
Yeah. Well, this has a cup of tea because in passing for Queen Elizabeth II, you know, she's been queen our whole lives. And for us, it's a little bit different because Deb's part British, and Deb's mom is 2 years younger than Queen Elizabeth.
Yeah, my mom was born and raised in Birmingham, England. Yep. She was there during World War II. And yeah, Queen Elizabeth's been her queen. They're 2 years apart. My mom was born in 28 and the Queen was born in 26.
Yeah. And Queen Elizabeth, she's been queen our entire lives. She's been Queen of England, so it's you know, it's surreal. It's going to happen sooner or later. But the interesting thing is that there will not be another queen for about 150 years. Eligible, I guess. Yeah.
So yeah, as we know, all the flags are half-staffed for the passing of the Queen of England. And God save the King now.
Yeah,
King
God
Charles.
save the Queen.
King Charles is now king. All right, so the video behind us is running off of the VHS because last week I ran the videos off of YouTube and our hotspot. We have a hotspot for our internet, and I used up half our gigs.
Yeah.
For the month. For the month on the hotspot. So I was like, ooh, okay.
We're old school and proud of it.
I'll run our background videos another way. So we're doing it this way. And if you've got a hard time seeing that, let us know. And next week we can change it.
We could definitely change it up,
so
and we could see if we can run it
so that
in the back of that.
TV's closer to us.
Yeah.
Yeah. All right. So.
And today on the news was 5 years ago, Hurricane Irma came through, and we'll never forget that. Oh my God, because we had moved down here July 29th, 2017, and then Hurricane Irma was coming through on this date, September 9th.
All right. We are gathered here tonight to, if some of you might have seen this on our Facebook page, this book that I posted a photo, the official Heavy Metal Book of Lists, written by Eric Danville and our beloved Dave Byron, is in this book. He is listed under 100 mainly instrumental heavy metal what does that say? X. Heavy Metal X. Right there is the title. And then, ta-da-da, you look over closely, number 88. It says Dave Byron right there, number 88.
And Marty Friedman from Megadeth's in there. John Petrucci from Dream Theater's in there. And so what happened was...
That was cool.
That was really cool. I was so honored. I couldn't believe it. What happened was a good friend of ours that we met, Deb, at this gig. So this is a perfect video to play because we met Kathy at this gig.
Is this the gig we met
Yeah.
Kathy? All
Yeah,
right.
at Nightcaps
So,
in Chicago.
A shout out to Kathy Beckwith.
And her
This
husband
is
Mark.
the concert we met her at, our show. And she was the one
Yep.
back in the day, if you guys remember, the Borders bookstores used to have musicians play in the cafe. And we started doing that Border bookstore tour.
Mm-hmm.
And at one of the stores, Kathy found this book on the shelf and started reading it and seen Dave's name in it. And we reached out to the author, Eric, and asked him, is it this Dave Byron he's referring to? And he said, absolutely, it's this Dave Byron.
Like,
Listed
wow,
number
man, it
88.
was
Like, wow.
such an honor because you just do your thing, man. It's I'm not better than anybody else or anything like that. I just I thank God for the gift He's given me and be able to play music and to share it with people and whatever happens, it happens. But I have fun during the journey and see. There's a few things I wanted to touch bases on with this. Being honored that someone would think that highly of me is it's incredible, and it gives you that extra push to say, okay, well now I'm starting to get this type of a recognition and name recognition. Okay, so now in my mind I got to jump my game up even better because you see now there's the expectation. I don't want to let anybody down, Now at the same time I have these other styles that I'm very much, playing. So, for instance, the video we were going to play, the backdrop is going to be from the Art Walk. And what I do at the Art Walk and, at Yucatan's and all these other places like laid back jazz fusion, because I love that style of music. I love it equally as much as the shredding. To me, they coexist. So, and the reason why I'm bringing this up is that no matter what kind of music you play, just be true to it, and people are going to start to see this. And I think that's what happens with the book here and how we got in there, and you can only be you basically, because at the end of the day that's who you are, and you just do the best you can. And if you love what you do, it is going to show. Now, when I posted up the post today, I also mentioned not only about the name recognition in this book, and again, like I said, I'm not better than anybody. I'm so honored that this guy would think that highly of me to put me with these huge names, But I also on the post wanted to say about how to make your performance shine, and your performance will shine by. My advice is this: is just be true to what you do, love what you do. Don't worry about negativity. Don't worry about, oh, it's a low crowd turnout. Yeah, we do feed off the crowd, absolutely. But who's on the stage? The crowd, the promoter, the booking agent, or you? So at the end of the day, it's going to really be up to you to do your best and bring your imagination to the stage. And, again, keep this in mind. You're not going to please everybody all the time, but for those who do like what you're doing, boom, that's your audience. And this is what makes me realize is that we make all these hurdles we start to jump. For instance, getting picked to play at the Art Walk. That lady saw us at Marcola Market. And she loved what we were doing. She's like, "Oh, this will be great." And so she invited us there. The first time we were going to do it was last month, and then it rained, so we got rained out. So then we did recent Friday, you know, and it worked out great. So she comes up and she's talking with us, and she says, "Hey, I'd like to get you also in the music walk." So you have an art walk and a music walk. It's once a month, and it's a Friday is a art walk, and then I think they skip a Friday. Then the next Friday is a music walk, so they don't burn it out. And it is downtown Fort Myers, and you know, I guess you can only get the permits for so long to block off the traffic. You know, what is real nice about it is that the whole community down here is so on board with the art walk and the music walk. It's a tradition down here, and actually the guy that has this local magazine down here, his name is Jamie. He's the one that started the art walk. Is that true?
That's what he told
Yeah,
me.
yeah. He's got a magazine called Happenings, which advertises music, theater, arts, dining. So, and he's a real nice guy, real nice guy. Um, so, and the reason why I bring this up is that because of what we do, it gives us these opportunities. But if if you're afraid, or if you think that how can I say this? If you think that you should not be outgoing in your performance, however you're good at your performance, if you hold back and get real like timid, and it starts to show that you're timid, well then I think what happens, people they think they're gonna play all these covers all the time, and if they love playing the covers, it's gonna show that they love it. So bottom line, love what you do, and it could start to spark all these opportunities. And the thing is with our channel here,
What you guys do, you guys love what you do. That's why you're musicians.
that's why you're musicians,
So that's awesome.
is that um, our channel here, really, we want to inspire people. We want to show the talent, yeah, absolutely, but it hopes it's going to inspire people.
Well, we
know.
just want to share with you our experiences,
Yeah, and our experiences,
what we've
definitely.
gone through, and um,
And if it inspires people,
Just
that,
the-
on a positive,
just and as you guys know, this is a lot of work.
There's
It's
a lot of work, man.
to be a musician. A lot of time putting in perfecting the songs, learning the songs, writing them, being creative with the songs, getting out there performing, going out to the venues, talking to the venues.
Oh, you're
and
constantly selling
getting
yourself, yeah.
the gig set up. That's right. Constantly selling yourself it is a lot of work. And in fact, this is the hardest business to be in, is the music business. You guys remember Shark Tank and Mr. Wonderful? A band came on one of the episodes, and the band was playing, and Mr. Wonderful said that I'm not going to invest in a band.
You know what? I think it was Mark
it's,
Cuban that said that, Deb. Yeah,
Yes.
it was. Let me correct it, and respectfully correct that, because Mr. Wonderful is Kevin O'Leary, and Kevin O'Leary, he plays guitar. And actually, I subscribed to I think his YouTube or his Rumble channel, where he was down here in Florida on the East Coast. There is a garage that has custom cars, and on the other side of it, custom guitars. And Kevin O'Leary, Mr. Wonderful, is playing a Martin acoustic. But definitely, it was Mark Cuban that said, yeah, he decided not to invest in this band because he said it's the hardest business to get into.
I still think it's Mr. Wonderful from my memory, but you guys, you watch the
You
episode
have
and
to
you
I could be wrong. She
you
could be right
decide
too. Yeah.
who it is. Because he is a musician, he knows.
He knows.
How hard it is. So
He
he just
knows.
came right out and said it. Just like all of us, we know how hard this is.
It is hard, and you know what?
Hey, Bumble, how are you?
Thank you, Bumble, for tuning in, brother. Appreciate it. Yeah, it is. It's a hard business to get into, and when we're doing our stage shows.
But then let me add this.
I'll let her, yeah.
Let me add this. Everything's hard.
Yep.
Pick your hard. It's hard to be a bum because life is hard being a bum. There's no money to pay bills and no money to eat and trying to afford some type of housing. And it's hard working to pay bills and afford everything that life costs us. So life is hard. Just pick your heart. Everything is hard.
Yeah.
just
Yeah.
pick which one you want. Which hard life do you want?
Exactly.
A hard life on the streets with nothing, or a hard life with a roof over your head and having to pay for what you have to have a roof over your head.
Absolutely. You know, there's one thing I also want to mention here.
No such thing as easy money. That's
No,
right,
there ain't no
Bumble.
easy money, man.
No easy
If
money.
it's easy money, be careful because it could be not legal money. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Funny money. You don't want that.
Yeah,
That's even a
exactly.
worse hard right there. You know,
Exactly.
being incarcerated. But you know, I've seen these posts and I've seen people make these comments and that, and I, you know, I understand where they're coming from only in a way. How do you feel about when people or you see that? Okay, it's not really a performance if there's no audience. Okay, let's think about this. Because if you're in a public place and just because you don't see an audience there, doesn't mean that there's someone coming through. And even if it's that one person and you touch their life to the point where you change their life positively, then it's one of the best performances you could ever do. Um, whether we have a big crowd or a little crowd, we always try to give our best because number one, we love what we do, and
And as you guys know, everybody who's there deserves to have your best performance.
yeah,
Regardless the number. That one person is watching you and enjoying your performance and you're giving it your all every time and that's amazing.
and that's amazing.
So
And
kudos.
even if you're doing like YouTube videos and you think, okay, well, not many people are watching it. That not many people could beat the quality people, you know. So point being made here is that if you love what you do, just continue, you know, go ahead and continue to do it because people is gonna see your honesty. And I think if anything is any kind of advice, you know, stay in the game, stick with it. If that's what you want, stick with it. Don't give up, and don't expect big expectations right away, if any at all, because you're in it because you love it. And if anything happens, like you know, getting our name in the book and on our name, our picture in the paper down here, Deb. Remember, the lady says, "Hey, I want to run a full ad on you or something." You know,
It's good to have goals.
it's
and,
good to have goals.
and,
Absolutely.
And then, like any business, this is a business like any other business. You have your short-term goals and your long-term goals, and just write those out and follow through with those, and you'll be fine. We're all fine, and a lot of us have a job outside of our music.
Oh, you'd be
career,
surprised how many musicians. Oh,
like we do.
Yep.
We both
You
have
know,
jobs outside of the
here-
music career. It's okay.
Could I share this stuff? I saw this video. I can't remember the guy's name. He was sharing um, his expenses on being on tour, and he said that all the money they make, it goes right back into the band. It goes right back for them staying out there. And then what he does on YouTube is also multiple streams of income. Plus, he has sales, affiliate sales with Amazon and some other places that are non-music related, whether it's coffee cups and mugs and this, that, and the other. It's just having the multiple streams of income. This is what Deb always would say. Have the multiple streams of income because he said something very key that's happening out there right now. And I've heard Herman Lee talk about this. Herman Lee is the guitarist in Dragon Force, and how some bands had to cancel their tours because they cannot get a tour bus, and let alone a tour bus that's got a hitch to pull a trailer. Because you got to book all that out in advance, and with the fuel prices, it's becoming very very challenging. So now the money's getting very less and less to make a profit because of all these expenses. So it's interesting that more and more we're seeing more and more of these musicians and some of these signed bands go more of an independent route.
So that's pretty badass. You see what's
Oh,
going
yeah,
on in
yeah.
the video back here?
You know, that's the
That's
Samsung.
the camera that allow that double image.
Yep.
And
Remember, it blew off the stand.
That is a picture that we did a freeze frame on, and I used it on one of the covers of our CDs.
Yeah, I think it's the One Fest CD. I can't remember. Yeah. Anyways, Yeah,
But
that
that's
is pretty cool.
That's pretty cool. That's me taking the video
Yep.
for this one. All of Dave's solo
Oh, yeah, she did
metal
all the
show.
videos, and even in some of the bands
Where
we were
were
in.
we? Where is this?
That's Nightcap
Nightcaps.
in Chicago.
Nightcaps in Chicago.
On Irving Park Road. Scott Davidson was doing the bookings, and Scott Davidson, I think he still has Rebel Radio. And back then, Scott wanted me to join Judas Rising. It was a tribute to Judas Priest. And he said, "Dude, you'd be the perfect to do Glenn Tipton and all that." And we started, going to the rehearsals and the song listening, but then our schedules got too busy because we had way too many gigs, and then he's got his radio station, and so things happen like that. But the thing is that never get discouraged, man. Never get discouraged.
Nope.
Because
we're not.
No.
Neither are you guys, so we're good.
Yep.
All
but
right,
it's such an honor to get asked, and next thing you see your name in a book.
You guys have any questions? You have any questions for us? Want to open up some dialogue here? And anybody want to ask something?
Yeah, I can't see.
We've got a few videos that we're going to be showing.
Oh yeah.
At our weekly podcasts, and
I'll be doing some like video shooting.
Do you remember how many people played this night that you were playing at Nightcaps? I don't remember.
It was pretty packed. Oh, how many people were playing?
Yeah, how many bands were playing?
You know what? Kathy's.
She's got a better memory than I do.
Kathy's
cousin.
Yeah, Liz.
Oh, her cousin was also playing.
And
that
she
night.
was a good guitar player, and she was another one that did all originals. All this was all originals at these places. There might have been another band after. I can't remember, but there might have been 2 or 3 of us.
So he's playing songs off of his Legends CD, and I can hear that bell. I know this is Ghost Ship.
Yeah.
Just by that bell in this song. And again, all Dave's CDs, all his music is on our website. Jason, if you're watching, I am going to be looking for the artwork for that CD you were asking me about. Jason was on our website, and noticed that he did not have one of our CDs. Dark Myth, the Dark Myth CD. He doesn't have it in his collection, and he wants that one. So, Jason, I'm still looking for that artwork. I had to go to Verizon today and get a new hotspot because the new one I got last week broke, and then I took that one back 2 days later, and the second one they gave me was broke, and I took that back the same night, and then they ordered me another one, a different hotspot. So that I went last night to do the swap, the exchange, and that guy.
Hey, Zach Dong, what's happening, man?
He was new, and he did the best he could, but after an hour and a half, and I had no dinner last night, and I had worked 10 hours at the part-time gig, and so I came home and went back there this afternoon and took care of that. And so I will be looking for that artwork, Jason. No worries. I'm going to get that CD to you, and I'll get you the invoice as well. And I think we might have a question. Zach Dong, hello.
Zach Dong is up in Canada.
You guys are just stopping by to say hi. Got to run back over the hippies. Okay, all right. Go on. Go back over to the hippies. You guys enjoy. And Bumble's still on. All right,
okay.
Bumble.
So the artwork that's on the Dark Myth CD, that was a picture of that castle when we were in Ireland.
Yeah.
And that was so bizarre because I said to Deb was at one of the pubs. I says, "Hey, I'm gonna go back. I want to take some pictures of this castle because now it's getting kind of dark, and it'd be perfect for artwork or cover, CD cover, whatever." And I remember it was so bizarre trying to find this because I couldn't remember exactly where it was. I knew it was in the area that we were at. It wasn't too far. So Deb's at the pub, and I remember I was like going around this one street, and there was this young girl, a 20-something-year-old girl, uh, college age, walking down the street. She was the only person down this street, and I was the only other person. So, it doesn't offend me if a girl, a young girl like that, kind of takes it like, okay, it's a strange dude coming up and
Do
ask
you
her.
two just have mobile internet, nothing else? Yeah.
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 So,
Yeah, we
like,
have no hard line coming
no.
to the house at all. No
Yeah.
cable, nothing.
Nothing. No. No.
Now we have two hotspots for the internet for the laptop, and then of course everybody we get our internet on
Yeah.
our phones.
So let me finish the story. So yeah, and so I asked her. I says, Miss, I'm looking for. There's a castle ruin in this area. I want to take some pictures. This kind of blew my mind. She had no problem. Oh yeah, sir, it's right on the corner, it's right there. She was not timid or anything, and I thought that was kind of strange because it would not have offended me. I understand, but there was absolutely no fear or no timid. And then when I looked up, that's when I noticed there was cameras all over. So, and I realized the only time we heard a cop car was at one of the breakfasts, and we were at the hotel. We were on the second floor. We were near, but we didn't see any police the whole time we were there. It's because they have cameras everywhere. They're watching everybody. I thought that was cool.
Is this Regine? Are you guys on here? I see. Hello, Donna and I are watching.
Rosine, Donna, how are you?
Hi. Yes, excellent. So yeah, the cover from the Dark Myths CD was taken in Ireland.
Yeah.
One of the castles.
That
out
was
there.
a castle ruin there. And
so it's this all this music is uploaded to our website davebyronmusic.com, and Jason, I will get you this. I'm working on getting that. I gotta find the artwork on the computer so that I can go ahead and print off a CD for you. This is 2007. This is the master to 2007.
2007. Because we were in Ireland in 2006, and then Belgium when we did I call it the NATO gig. That was 2007. And I look back at so we were in Cabo San Lucas, Mexico, 2005.
It
was October, that was October 2005. February 2006, we were in Puerto Rico because we were on the cruise. October of 2006, we were in Ireland. And then October of 2007, we were in Belgium. And I know we had all these shows and all in between. So we were doing all these shows. I was teaching at a school, the guitar lessons. And then when we had our road shows, I had a couple of substitute teachers. But when I look back, I don't know how we did this stuff because and it wasn't like we were just going across town. I mean, we were going across the country doing these shows. We'd be on the road for days.
So, Bumble, you're saying, is mobile just as good as regular internet or just less expensive? I think, well, I don't know what it costs now to have hard cable internet to the house, but for us, the hotspot, it costs $20 a month. Now the hotspot only has 15 gigs, and now I have two of them because we ran out last month. They had 15 gigs. So where of course your hardline internet, you're not going to run out. It's going to be whatever they charge. And I don't know if any of you guys have a hardline internet. What is it costing? Because it costs now that we have the two hotspots at $20 each, we're up to $40 a month, and we have 30 gigs now of internet. So, but obviously on our phones it's unlimited. But that basically is for the laptop.
Yeah, just basically for the laptop.
Using.
I think the reason why we cut the cable was, we're paying all this money for stuff we weren't even watching.
It's also mobile. So I can take that hotspot, especially when we're DJing, and I bring both laptops with me. $80 a month for internet to the home. Okay, all right. So with the two hotspots, we're at half. Now there is a roundabout. All right, there is another hotspot that I can get. It's $40 a month and it's 50 gigabytes. So if we find ourselves running out of the 30 a month at $40, then we'll upgrade to that one hotspot that's 50 gigs for $40 a month. And that should get us through the month. What really eats it up is running the YouTube videos behind us last week for 2 hours. That podcast almost went 2 hours because the videos ran back to back, part one and part two from the Panama show, and that chewed up half of the 15 gigs on that one hotspot.
We blew a fuse and blew one of the tubes in the TV.
Little fuse. So, but yeah, that's a good question. Yeah, streaming really takes up the. It does.
It does.
Yes, yes, it does. But it works for us, and no contract, no hidden whatever, no surprises, no surprises.
Right, exactly. Because when we had the cable, but that was cable, wasn't the internet thing. But we were paying for stuff we were not watching, and that was like, just getting ridiculous. So.
Or I'm trying to sit at the TV and find something to watch because we're paying for this and nobody's watching.
What's so weird? When
and
we
then
were
I realized,
kids,
you know what? TV's a waste.
No,
Mostly,
yeah.
Mostly TV's a waste. I'd rather do this. I'd rather watch your videos.
Yeah.
It's awesome that you guys log on to ours. Thank you for your support.
We do appreciate
it's
it. Yeah.
Great. And this is more. Oh, is that Charlotte on stage?
Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah. She's saying Iron Man. That was with that Ibanez guitar that, remember we...
Was it just the two of you?
Yeah.
It wasn't the full band?
No, it wasn't a full band, yeah, because she just came up as a guest.
See, without these videos, I can't remember all this stuff that we've done.
Oh my God, we're
so archive
so
it,
many...
guys, if you're out there, video your shows.
Yeah, if you can.
Because trying to remember everything we've done.
We got so much video footage of us. Oh my God.
Live TV and internet is expensive, about $150. Ooh, yeah.
Yeah.
Ooh, Bumble, that is.
But it's so weird. When we were kids, we had 2, 5, 7, 9, and 32, and that was it. And we had all kind of programs. Now we got 999, TV stations, and there's nothing on, It's weird. That's just our opinion. I mean, there's a lot of good stuff that's on, But it's just a different time, I guess, But no, the thing is that you stay the course, you love what you do, whether it's on you, because YouTube is a great platform. I'll tell you what, if you want to go worldwide, boom, this is it. You go worldwide. The whole world could see what you're doing, you know what I mean? But don't worry so much of have high goals, but don't expect a whole lot and you won't be so disappointed, And then just get into the fact that you love what you do and you're just sharing it with people. And that right there is what's it's going to take you through in life because,
And you guys do. We all know that. You guys are awesome. So, going back to this gig here, that's Charlotte. That's Charlotte singing.
Mm-hmm.
And I know I took the video.
Oh, yeah.
Because I wasn't playing in this show. So I'm the one behind the camera. And Nightcaps in Chicago back in the day. They have this bar that ran.
Oh, yeah, it's all
long. And I don't know if it's this video or if it's another
video. No, it's another video.
It was hilarious. Somebody wanted to buy a CD, one of Dave's metal CDs. So I put the camera down and it was still rolling. And as I'm handing the person the CD,
you can see it's on tape.
It's on the video. I'm handing the person the CD, and they're handing me the money for the CD. And at the same time, you hear the register behind the bar go cha-ching. Somebody else was buying a drink from the bar, and it was just as we're exchanging money and CDs, you hear a cha-ching in the background from the register at the bar. So, yeah, just those coincidental moments that after looking back on the video and going, wow, that was pretty funny. That just
Yeah.
happened at that moment.
You know, the funny thing is, a lot of these gigs, it was maybe one or two covers. That was it. It was all original. We got video footage when we played at Penny Road Pub in South
GB.
Barrington.
Hello, GB. Prestige
Um,
Worldwide for life. Yeah.
yeah.
Yes, document it. Get it on YouTube. It'll never get lost.
Um,
That's why we were pretty excited to get that Panama show.
oh yeah, because
Parts 1 and 2 up on
those
YouTube.
tapes, I thought they were, man.
I told Dave when we're 80 years old, we're gonna be watching that on YouTube and think to ourselves, wow, it's a good thing we did this because
Oh yeah.
over the next 30 years, they'll probably forget about it again.
Yeah.
And then log on to our YouTube channel and,
And
say,
hopefully,
hey, scroll through the videos. What did we do? What did we do? Ah, yeah.
exactly.
And Donna, it feels great to be back as a chamber member.
Yeah, it does. It really
we have
does.
rejoined the chamber, Cape Coral Chamber of Commerce. We are rejoined members. And we got our little sticker, our little
Yep, we got our-
2022 that is added to our plaque.
Yep.
So
Yeah,
every
because we
year
still have our plaque. Yeah, we got it right up there.
that company renews their membership, they get a little sticker to put on their plaque.
I'll tell you what. Yeah, there's a lot of growth
it's,
down
yeah,
in Cape
guys,
Coral.
and that's another thing. You bands are out there, man. Join the chamber.
There's
join
so
your
many
local
opportunities
chamber.
you would not believe.
It's worth it.
It's worth
totally
it. And
worth
you know
it.
what's really cool is that I think now, as I see some of these other videos, people are starting to see all these other outlets, and they're starting to like take advantage of it. Starting to realize, hey, wait a minute. So what if it's, I'm going to play a rock or metal show at a farmer's market or whatever? And you're going to be reaching all these people, and you'll be surprised. There's just as much, if not more, people at some of these functions than at some of
the farmer markets are great.
Yeah, they're great.
And it doesn't matter how many people are there. You guys just go out there and do it. Have
Just go
fun.
out there and do it. Just have fun.
And the number of people is irrelevant. Just go out and have fun. Do everything you can. Join the chamber. Go to the functions as you can. Meet people. There are events where people are exchanging business cards. That's a great way
It's a great way.
to mingle and talk with people and to find out if they've got events coming up.
You know,
that
when
they're
we
looking
were
for
first-
live music.
Oh, absolutely. You know when we were the first time we were members, when we were doing the farmers market, all our friends that were members, we had their business cards. So what we did while we were performing, we had all their business cards out. But you know what? We're all friends. We're all members of the chamber, so help each other out. And yeah, there were people taking all kind of the business cards and just like, I would have never thought about this, So if there's anybody that's out there that isn't with the Chamber of Commerce, talk with the local musicians too, Get your cards out there because we do a lot with the public because, we're live performers. So people come by and they watch, and if they want to see if we got merchandise or if they want to tip us or they want to take our business card, then they see all these other cards there too, And these are all people that have helped us with some of the gigs too.
And as you guys know, as you're playing at one venue, there's somebody that shows up and they have something going on, and then they ask you to play at their
absolutely
event. Just as we said earlier, we were playing at Mercola Market, and the gal from the Art Walk was there and took our information and said, you guys would be great for the Art Walk. I'd love to have you guys. And we actually got our performance in last Friday.
And they loved it, and it wasn't that too loud.
And you guys, those of you that were logged on for that, you probably saw me about 8:30. I think it was like around 8:20 maybe. I started tearing down because I could see lightning off to the distance, and it was creeping up. It was creeping up to us. So Dave's playing, and I'm starting to strip down the setups before the rain starts to get as much loaded up and in the car as possible, and just left David with a skeleton, left him with a speaker, his pedals, one guitar. I backed up his other two guitars. I turned off all the lights, His little skirting took that
She was
away.
tearing down while I was playing. I'm like, you know what? We
Took
got to
it out.
watch it, man, because
And by the time it hit 9 o'clock, that lightning
it
was
was like
right
right over us.
over us.
Like, oh,
and
man.
Dave's like this human lightning rod with that guitar. And like, yeah.
I'd be burnt to a crisp. But yeah, she did walk around downtown
Oh,
Fort
Jimmy said I
Myers.
joined the club. Nice. We're so happy to have you. Oh, thank you, Donna.
Thank
We're
you.
so happy
Yeah,
to be
we're
back.
very happy to be
Yeah.
back. It really is such an honor. And when we can, we'll attend, the meetings and
And
things like that.
the breeze, and see, here's something else that just happened the other
Yep.
day. Because we joined the chamber, another chamber member had contacted us this week from the newspaper, the Breeze newspaper. They're having a ladies' 80s event next month, and they asked if we could DJ the event, and we're going to exchange our services for advertising in their paper. So, this is a great opportunity to get an ad into a paper that has a large circulation for our performances, like Yucatans. We play there every Saturday from 12 to 3. It'd be great to bring in some more people. We have a good lunch crowd coming in now because we have a free listing on
Yeah.
the calendar section of the Florida Weekly. But now to have a nice ad with the photo and the information where we're going to be playing is awesome to be added to that. So we're going to, get the Yucatans in that ad, and then we're going to be at Jungle Bird again, and then Del Toro
Del Toro, yeah.
in October. So yeah, this will be. It's things like this is what.
Oh my God,
What's this?
This is,
I said the dragon. Is this?
you know what this is?
What is this?
That's Ken Hawk's Rock and Roll. That's Naperville TV,
Oh, NCTV.
NCTV. Yeah.
Oh,
My
that's.
my friend had a TV show called Rock and Roll Revolution, and he would interview bands like Epica, which they're a symphonic goth metal band
Ride
from
the
Europe.
lightning, yes. Ride the ride
and
the lightning.
and he would interview a lot of like the European metal bands. And my friend T.D. Clark he interviewed, and so he got us in the studio.
So
that
yeah, to recap,
Yep.
join your local chamber. A lot
Yeah,
of
man.
opportunities for you.
And you know what's really cool with this is that it gives you a different perspective. I don't want to say a different in for some of the clubs, but then the club owners start to see you that, okay, well, yeah, you're serious about it. And then you start to see the club owners' perspective, what they go through. So now when you're trying to get the gig at the clubs, you have more of an understanding what they go through. So now it's like, okay, well, it's not so much that they're being hard, they don't like my music, or no, there's a lot of these club owners, they're so overwhelmed with so much work that they have to do, and they're dealing with so many people that it gets a little bit overwhelming for them, and they just get fatigued and tired. But then they start seeing that, you're with a chamber member, and you start to come out and support their venues, and then you start saying, okay, now everyone understands, now everyone's on the same page, and now it's like, it's a great, you build great relationships, business relationships, you really do. And then if they say, oh, I'm sorry, we can't, hire you, book you for right now, now you have an insight of what they go through, and it's, sometimes when
Oh yeah, how about Donna and Regine? Yeah, that's awesome about the '80s night. Let us
Oh, it's
know
great.
when you're at Jungle Bird. We love that. Yeah, Jungle Bird is awesome, isn't it?
Now, the thing is
Yes,
with Jungle
yes.
Bird, the first time we joined the chamber, we did our ribbon cutting at Jungle Bird, but it wasn't Jungle Bird, it was Le Corte Bistro. And I was the classical guitarist that was there for like 15 months. And
Hadley, hello Hadley. She's going ta-da, presto, hello. Y'all getting the rain we had? I don't know.
Yeah, we had some rain down here,
If it is, it's light. I'm not
Yeah.
hearing it, so it's light.
but now.
So, yeah, Jungle Bird, we're gonna be there October.
Yeah,
Let's see, September,
Yeah, she got
October
the calendar.
28th. I'm
Yep.
looking on the calendar on my phone.
Yep.
Yeah, it's Friday. It's a Friday night from 7 until 10. Our Friday gig is 7 till 10 on October 28th. Back at Jungle Bird. All right. Okay.
Some of these other bands, this is who Ken would interview.
Oh, Onward Night?
Yeah.
Wow.
Because that was, he had, what his TV
It's
show
a
was.
surprise what's on this video.
Yeah. Well, it's all music related, though. Trust me. We're not into any of that other stuff. We know what to. But Ken would interview like a lot of these bands, and then for the local bands, he'd have them come in at NCTV, which was in Naperville, Illinois. And actually, Deb took a couple of courses there. She was gonna with the cameras, the $20,000 cameras that they had there.
Awesome. We'll do our best to be there. Oh, okay. Yeah. That'd be sweet, guys. Yes. And Hallie said it finally cooled off northwest Louisiana and humidity went down.
Yeah. It's supposed to be a little bit less humid.
Yeah, I'm about to get a cheap multi-pedal, says Hadley.
Oh, do you know which one you're looking at getting?
You got any recommendations? What do you use in your rig?
Now, inexpensive, let's say in the 200, 219 range.
Mode and delays.
Yeah.
I don't know.
That little Boss GT1, I'm shocked how well it's. Now, see, I use mine to go through the PA because with the tracks, they work better for a PA system because a PA is full range. You know, when you go through a guitar amp and you got these high-end guitar amp speakers and all that, that's great. But always keep in mind, anything that's guitar-wise, it's going to be in the mid-range EQ spectrum. So now when you run in any type of tracks with synths and drums or bass, it's not going to sound as good as when you run it through a PA. So the GT1 is what I use. And at first I wasn't going to get that pedal because it kind of looked like a little toy or something, you know. But I was watching a video on the Head Rush effect unit. It's called the MX5. And, you know, we get busy. I was doing something and I was hearing another comparison sound. And I thought it was the Head Rush. It turned out it was the Boss GT1. I'm like, you know, for a metal sound, I'm like, whoa, this kind of changes everything. Now, our friend and Regine and Donna, he's got the Kemper. Now that's a pro amp profiler. So, but that could be, you know, pretty expensive. You know, depending on what your budget is. But if anybody wanted to get as close to an actual amp and just have the convenience of something smaller, those Kempers are great because it profiles the actual amplifier, you know. Whereas, you know, the Head Rush, the Helix, the Fractal, and some of the other high-end, and they'll be high-end multi-effects unit, they get dangerously close to the real sound, but not quite like the Kemper.
So here's what the plaque looks like from the Cape Coral Chamber when you join. Well, we join. So this is what is issued out. And then we had originally joined in 2017, and then we rejoined in 2022. And why the gap is because I took on a full-time job. So I wasn't able to go to the meetings, the events, and so we want to do that. You know, that we want to get the most out of the membership.
Yeah.
So there was that gap in between when we first joined and when we rejoined. So now that we're rejoined, we're good and we're happy to be back.
Oh yeah, we're very, very happy to be back.
We're back on track.
We're back on track, and I'll tell you
now.
what, man,
Yeah.
it does feel great. Because Cape Coral has always been good to us, man. So this is the little GT1. It is like a mini volume wah pedal, okay? And I thought I wasn't really gonna go for it too much, but I'm surprised how well it worked out. Yeah, that's Ken Hawk.
And is that you?
Yeah.
That's
Yeah.
like I don't even recognize him. Is that you? Is that you? He's got his hair off.
That's what our MySpace. That's what our MySpace.
Our MySpace. Oh, that goes way. That's our house. That's our apartment. Were you interviewed in the apartment?
Yeah. He came out to the apartment.
Turn that up a little bit.
To,
Do you think you got your money's worth?
Oh,
Yeah.
dude, I got more than enough. More than that. It was totally excellent.
Yeah.
Great experience. Great experience. And you guys' show was just awesome. It's just an honor to be on it.
Yeah.
I don't know if you guys can hear that, but anyway, that is Ken Hawk, who does all these interviews with all these bands, and he interviewed Dave. And back in Illinois, he had a TV show on a cable channel, Naperville NCTV. I don't know.
I think it was for like Naperville Central or North Central. I think it was because it's part of North Central College, Deb.
Duh. That's where I
Shoot.
went to school.
College.
That's where I went to college, North Central. Yeah, NCTV, North Central College TV. That makes sense now. All right, so yeah, this is in our living room in our apartment. That is so cool. That's right in front of our bay window.
Yeah.
And on the other side of our bay windows is pond. I love that apartment because I could sit out there.
And we had a fireplace.
And they had a fireplace
Real
too.
fireplace.
And because that apartment was a one bedroom. Oh, look at the kitties bombing the.
There he is, right there.
Tiger's watching the video.
He's like,
You hear your daddy's voice.
He does.
I hear daddy's voice. Okay, so yeah, it was a one bedroom apartment, and Dave was teaching guitar lessons at the apartment, so the bedroom was actually then his studio.
yeah.
And we slept in the living room, and I loved that because that's where the fireplace was. And I always wanted a fireplace in my bedroom, and I got it because
Oh, it was great.
we would have that fire
It's a
going
wood-burning
in the
fireplace,
yeah,
too.
the real wood burning fireplace in the winter. Just have that wood crackling. Oh my gosh, I get those Duraflame logs, and just the smell of the burning wood. And we would watch our spooky programs and fall asleep. We didn't have a bed. We had a fold
It was
out.
expensive couch though. It was like
It
a
was.
sleeper.
It was a very
like
yeah,
$3,000 or something.
Yeah, that was a very expensive sleeper sofa. We loved it. It had a patent pending, something in Europe, and it was very comfortable because when we went shopping for that, because I knew when we had students coming over, we gotta fold this up. We can't even
Yeah,
bed out
okay.
here in the living
Yeah.
room, and students are coming over for guitar lessons. So we went and shopping for a sleeper sofa, and the salesperson said, how often are you going to be sleeping on this? And I said every day for the rest of our lives, because that's where I thought we would be in this apartment for the rest of our lives. And the salesman person said, you want this one right over here. And he took us over to this one. And yeah, it retailed because we got it at the outlet store.
Yeah.
It retailed for $3,000, and we got it for under it was like
eight or
nine
900
something.
yeah.
And they delivered it, and they charged us like $90 for delivery, so that's why it bumped it up to over 900. But it was under 1,000, and loved it. Loved that sleeper sofa. It was amazing, and yep, I folded it up every time we had a guitar student
yeah.
come over.
We would fold up very differently.
Fold it up, fold it in, fold it
Yeah.
out. But now Dave's gonna talk
So-
about this pedal.
Yeah, so for everything's gonna be personal preference and that. What really is cool with this little Boss GT1 is that if you're in a situation you have no power, it will take 4 AA batteries, and you get like about 5 hours out of it. So you could get through an entire gig with this thing. Now, you have the foot switches. They're plastic. This is plastic. The knobs are plastic, and the little buttons here are plastic. Okay, but these knobs are not cheap, not loose. You could actually take an Allen wrench. Yeah, you could take an Allen wrench. If this ever gets too loose, you could tighten it. But so far, no problems. And it is, push just and to activate the wah. The switches are like spring loaded. This top part is metal, but the sides are, the back is plastic. But as long as you don't try to put all your weight to it, you won't have problems. But what is so cool with this thing is that this has the sound engine of the Boss GT100. And when you go directly into those speakers, it blew my mind how well this thing worked. I was shocked. Getting on with the plastic part, at first I was kind of leery. I think Missonia has one of these. And I was kind of leery, but I started to realize when we're playing down here, if it's not the sand, it's the dirt. It's a very fine dirt that's down here. When we have to go, you're gonna have to walk through grassy areas and that. But the dirt down here is different than up in Chicago. It's real fine. So, and you have the salt in the air because of the salt water. What is really cool, nothing is corrosive in this. And I don't have any problems with sand getting inside here.
All right, I gotta jump in here. So Haley says, yeah, I got distortions. Bumble says, I thought about getting guitar effects like Dave's. And Haley says, okay. GB says, I can't see it. Glare. Hadley said, I've been seeing those rectangular long pedals with modulation and delay, but I don't need distortions.
Oh,
and
yeah.
Reg says, Kemper for life! Kemper for life!
Yeah.
Bumble
The Kempers
said,
are awesome.
Is that a Dave interview on TV? Yep. That's a Dave interview behind us. And Hadley says, okay, it's more than what I'm searching for. And Bumble says, Dave's hair slicked back, didn't recognize him. I didn't recognize him either, Bumble. I'd ask, is that you? Yeah, it's Dave.
Because it was in the summertime we did that. Man, it was so hot in the studio.
Hadley says, I'm not performing, I'm just tracking when I do. And Haley says, I have a DoD acoustic processor, but it clips. Bumble says, wow, good price. And
yeah,
PB,
it's got USB.
I bet you and Dave loved it. Hadley said, cool. And Reg says, hey guys, Donna said, check the chamber Facebook. And Hadley said, yay. All right, I'm going to check. He's going to talk some more, and I'm going to check the chamber.
Yeah, so you check the chamber Facebook. But, when it comes to effect units, they're all great units. You just have to see which one is within your price range, and then which one you're gonna want. Because the reality is, all of these companies are competing against each other for the same market. So some are gonna have something better than others. The distortion settings might be. Here's the thing.
Oh my gosh, you guys, that is awesome! Thank you, Dave Byron Music, for the shout out on our live stream. And Dave's an incredible guitarist. Check out his page and book him for your next event. Also an amazing guitar teacher for private lessons. We are so excited to have you and Deb as members. Oh my gosh. Raj says Dave is an amazing guitar teacher. Hey,
thank Raj.
you.
I appreciate it. I try to keep it real simple and down to earth,
See, and that's another really good reason, guys, why to go ahead and join your local chamber is because you get shout outs like this on Facebook. Oh, you can't see that anyway. But everybody's working together. We all have businesses, and we all want to see each other be successful.
Absolutely.
So it's great. Everybody works together, and it's awesome. So we have some more scary stuff going on behind us in the video.
I like jazz fusion, don't get me wrong, but I also like to rock out, man.
We obviously have not watched this video all the way through to even know what's on it, so sorry, things are gonna pop up.
Yeah.
That even we're gonna be.
Yeah.
What is that?
It's all music related. It's
who's
nothing
that?
inappropriate. We don't really get involved in it because dealing with kids, I don't want to. I'm very, very strict on that.
Well, I wasn't referring to anything like that. I mean,
she wasn't
like a summer vacation. The Griswolds.
The Griswolds. Yeah. See, when you have VHS tape,
plug lights together and nothing's working.
Yeah, we have VHS tapes. Remember, you could stretch them to get 6 hours worth out of one, right? But when you do that, the tape degradation gets like real cheap. You know what I mean? You can't really see anything. They're rocking, man. Ozfest. Head banging big time, man. But getting back to the effect units, it's always what you're gonna want. I will say this: you have the ME series. Uh, we have all three of them: the 50, the 70, and the 80. They're great because they're all knob based. They do have on the headphone record out. It does not really have a very good speaker simulator, and that kind of disappointed me because I love the layout of the ME80. But when we got our QSCs, I noticed certain clipping, and I know what the clipping sounds like when it's the overdrive distortion. When it's not in a speaker simulated mode, it just makes it sound very, very nasty, and I don't know if it's doing any damage to those tweeters or not. So it would kind of come in and come out, come in and come out. I'm like, okay. So then that's why I was gonna go with the head rush, and then luckily for us, the GT1 turned out to be a better pick. It was less expensive. We didn't have to spend a lot of money, and it has not clipped any of those because we love those QSC speakers, man. Those
I
things
love
are
my
great.
QSCs.
Those are great,
Yeah.
and it does have a great. If you're into
And
metal,
in
it does
fact,
have
at
a
the
great.
art walk, if you watch that video or if you were online, that went direct into the board.
Right into the speaker. We
Thank you.
bypassed the
Thank
board.
you. Then I went direct into the speaker
So everything is
because
from this.
I had we brought the
Guitar with
generator
sound
with
bites.
us. We
Yeah.
brought the generator with us, and I had it all connected with the board, and I was getting output. No, I was getting input into the board, but we were not getting output through the speaker, and everything was connected just like it always
Yeah.
is when we do Yucatans every Saturday. So it's like going through, it's just starting to do that process of elimination. What's going on here? So boom, the first thing is let me plug you directly into the speaker
Yeah.
and see if it's on my end or if it's on your end. So I put them right into the speaker, and boom, everything went on. It's like,
And for the
all
sake
right,
of time, we just said
there's
to
just
leave
not
it.
enough juice apparently from that generator to
Yeah.
power up the board as well. So, and we didn't even then we didn't realize we didn't even need the board because it sounded so sweet through that
Oh.
QSC. That QSA speaker is amazing, and that was the 8-inch we brought out to the art walk, not even our 12 inches. But when we DJ this 80s ladies 80s night, oh, it's gonna be so much fun. But look out, Aqua here, and I gotta get the hairspray again and get
Good
this
thing you
hair
don't
all
smoke and you catch
big
fire.
and big and fluffy again. It take me an hour to do my hair for the show, but hey, I'm all in when it's 80s. And now we'll have our 12-inch speakers
Yeah.
for that gig, and we're gonna be rocking that place, the lighting, everything. We're gonna light up.
On
that
one of the
place.
videos, excuse me, the video we have up that we did that wedding, someone had asked.
What was I doing? I think I was doing. Hadley says USB to interface.
Yep.
Hadley, that boss you shown, I don't need a guitar amp with. Oh, I don't.
No,
I
you don't need
a guitar amp with
No.
that.
No, you don't. Internally, you could set it where you want its output to go, line out or amplifier out. You'd pick the line out, and
And Haley also says, stupid 100 with heads in the living room corner. 100 with heads in the. I don't know. Maybe you understand.
maybe you're talking about.
Dave is
amp
the
heads.
best. Forget the rests from
Oh,
GB. Oh, you're
Thank
so
you, I
sweet.
appreciate it. I just
Bumble says SP, SLP, etc. GB said turn tape into DVD.
Yeah. Well, yeah, because we got the DVD that could do recording.
Oh, look at that! You spark all kinds of cool stuff here.
Yeah.
This would be a cool thing to put on.
Oh yeah.
On DVD and get that on our website.
Oh yeah,
Bumble said,
definitely.
super long play.
Super long play. That's it. Super long play. And then so then if you got like 4 movies that are hour and a half long, then the after, especially after years go by, they looks like it's like a cartoon drawing. It's not real clear. It's not even 5.
And Haley says, "Yeah, I know
DP, whatever.
QSCs. Yeah, the QSCs they rock."
Yeah, because there was a video.
Haley
Someone made
says, "I almost forgot the 80s."
Someone had mentioned about those QSCs, and they asked, "Do I need a subwoofer because we were using 12s?" Yeah, you could get a subwoofer just if especially if you could do a lot of DJing or just playing live or something like that where you think you need it. But keep in mind, a lot of the newer music is already recorded with a lot of bass, and depending on what room you're in, you might not even need those subs. And because
Haley says two 100-watt heads, and Haley said faded. So I don't use subs to DJ.
Yeah.
No, I don't use subs for just Dave. When we have the band, then
Yeah.
that's when the subs I feel are important because of the
the
drummer
drum and the bass.
and the bass
Yeah.
guitar. And that kick drum makes a huge difference
Yeah.
by having a sub. And in fact, when we played that Panama gig and we ran that video last week at our podcast, the sound quality compared to another tape I just started watching this morning that we continued Legend with other band members and we played back at
That was
the
two
PC
years
Lounge.
later, yeah.
The PC Lounge had a house system that we tapped into, and it was nowhere near the quality of a professional sound system that we had out for that Panama gig, and that is because we also had subs included with that system, because that was my old sound system that we used to run sound with the Steve Richards band, the Neil Diamond impersonator. Oh, in which today I found my ID card. Oh, that had my name on it. It's
Oh, you put it back out there.
It's behind the curtain.
Oh, behind the curtain.
But we'll make some notes for next week, so that
You know-
because we're over an hour now, and we're trying to keep the podcast to an hour.
Yeah, we'll get.
So we don't want to keep you guys on
Yeah.
too long. 'Cause you got things you want to do. Jump on other people's videos.
Oh yeah,
podcasts,
yeah.
Have your own. Start yours.
Absolutely.
And we'll jump on yours as well. So yeah, we're gonna go ahead and wrap this up. Let's see if we have anything here. Hadley, I talked to Ted Nugent. He said he liked the Fender 215 cabs. They were louder.
Yeah.
Nice.
Yeah, because Ted was always famous using the Fender Twins, running into like some Fender bottoms. When we seen him recently, I could tell it was two twin reverbs. I think he was using two Fender Bassman bottoms, and then just cranking them. Back in the day, when you had the separate power amps and the separate speakers, that's what Deb had for the outdoor gigs, the festivals. That's what they used to use. You had, now everything's what they call Class D power, but I don't know if that was considered what she had, Class A power. 5,000 watts, some of them was 2 power, but I mean, you had to have fans. They had built-in fans because they would get so hot. There is a difference between having something like that. Let's say it's 1,000 watts RMS versus 1,000 watts Class D. It's 1,000 watts peak with the Class D, but it's not really pushing out the 1,000
important
watts.
high pass filters.
Yeah.
Yeah. Power amps.
Yeah, with the power amps, you're gonna get a true power that that was back in the day where you could actually really feel it. What is convenient with what we have now is a lot of places don't really need all that power, but the amount of sound that we get out of these speakers now it's incredible. And the prices come down, and they're small enough that you don't have to break your back, but yet you get such a very full sound. And the QSCs, man, we love those speakers. They're fantastic. And Deb actually, she was the owner of QSC. Was it one of the conventions you guys were?
Oh yeah, I met the owner back in the day. Met the owner on a plantation in Georgia. He's the sweetest, nicest guy.
He rented out this plantation.
Yeah, he
and
rented out a plantation and had caterers come in, and he fed us all, and it was just an amazing experience. He's down to earth guy, very open to talk to. I can't say enough about this guy, and I've been waiting a while to be able to afford his speakers, and we were able to do it, and jumped on it. Says, I'm doing it. I want them. Been using those Harbingers for years. They were very affordable.
Yeah.
They're not bad. The Harbingers
They're not bad.
were not
No, they're not
bad.
at all. Yeah.
They had they worked for us, and but
We
they
still have them.
the QSC, yeah, we still have the Harbingers, but the QSCs I always had my
Before
heart.
that, we had
so.
Carvins and we had
We
Yamahas
had the
with a
Carbon.
separate
Oh, I
head.
love the Yamahas with
They were
the
the
wood,
wood
the
ca-
wooden
oh,
cabinets,
man.
the wood cabinets.
They were heavy, but boy,
Oh
did
my
they
god!
have the
Oh,
sound.
we got to tell you stories about the Border Bookstore at Holland. Those 15-inch
Put 'em up on
Yamaha
the-
wood
on the-
cabinets in a Borders bookstore. You got
Yeah.
these big speakers.
But-
But yeah, we'll go over some more stuff at
Yeah.
future podcasts.
Future
Lots of
podcasts.
stories to share with you guys, and we want to hear from you guys as well.
Absolutely.
In the chat, share with us, and let's engage in a cool conversation, sharing our memories.
'Cause I know you guys got some
So-
experiences that
All
are
right, guys, we got a gig tomorrow.
cooler than ours.
We're gonna jump off here and start searching some of you guys on YouTube and check
Mhm.
out your stuff while we're winding down. And then we're going live tomorrow, Yucatan's 12 to 3 on Matlacha Island. Love to have you guys join us if you can. We'll do some more chit
We leave
chatting.
we leave the live videos up so
We'll
at
leave
your
the light on
convenience,
for you.
check it out when you can.
We'll leave
you
the
know.
light on for you, whatever
like
commercial
Motel,
that is, whatever that one
Motel
is.
6.
We'll leave the light. That's about what we can afford.
Yeah, that's it,
A
man.
Motel 6 at a musician.
Remember the Hojo, the Howard
No.
Johnson.
I love the Hojos.
Hojos were great, man.
I think we shared that story with you guys
Yeah.
when we went down.
When we
to-
find, because they got video
Well-
footage of the Wump Fest.
Oh, we should do that next week.
Yeah.
Oh, the waffle. We got so many stories about this gig in Texas. Oh,
Yeah.
all right, guys. Let's sign
Okay.
off so we can share. Whose feet are walking?
Oh, it's another video.
Oh, okay. Got a murder mystery now going on behind us. All right, guys. Thank you for signing on.
We appreciate you guys. We love you all.
Let's read here. Power amps. Let's see. Technology. Get with the times or get left behind.
Yeah.
Have a great night, guys. Enjoyed live stream. Thank you, Regine, Donna.
Donna, thank you. Regine,
Kelly.
Donna, we appreciate. Thank you,
I'm not real
everyone.
happy with my overdrive sound, but I've got it dialed with no hiss. Awesome. GB said go to bed.
Yeah.
Almost said take care. GB said red roof.
Red Roof Inn, man.
Leave a light up for you. Haley says bye, y'all. All right, guys. Love you. Good night. We'll see you tomorrow at the gig.
Yep.
And again next Friday for another podcast. All right, guys.
All right, my friends. Stay strong, safe, and true. Rock on, and God bless you guys. Take care. We love you all.